99.9 Punk World Radio FM. We're live on the air, and we have the last interview here on Punk World Radio before Christmas. We got British Columbia's own, and we also have Matt all the way on the other end of the globe, either below us. I'm a radio DJ. I don't know my geography very well, but he's somewhere around the world. He's in Australia, so this one's worldwide. How are you guys doing tonight, all the way out there in BC, and of course Australia as well? To Matt.
Doing awesome, Matt.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh, man,
buddy.
you're most certainly welcome, guys. I got to say, I absolutely love what you guys are doing within the punk rock community. I got your guys' song that you sent me a few days ago. Dead Batteries is an absolute killer song. The moment I heard it, I slid that in the radio station's rotation. Like, I didn't even wait a second, dude, and it's been tearing up our airwaves, bro. So I'm excited just to learn more about you guys tonight, and also, I'm excited for the new music when it does come out at some point as well.
Oh, yeah, I'll be slowly trickling down the pipeline here. We've been working away at it.
Yeah, man, thanks. We appreciate it so much that you're playing our track, man. We love it. We're pretty proud of it, and we're super stoked on what else is coming down the line.
Yeah.
And before Dead Batteries, I got to take you back to the beginning of Called Out, man. Like, what is the story behind this band? Like, how did you guys actually first meet to form this absolutely killer punk rock band?
It was all
man. We started out it was Brendan and our old guitarist Tristan. They're skateboarding and loving the love of punk rock music, and Brendan's a solid drummer, kick-ass drummer, and they put a call out there on Instagram and tried to track down some people who were interested in playing along, and I sent them a message. And yeah, Brendan, you probably tell the story better.
Yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. We kind of found a jam space 20 minutes down the highway and kind of did an open jam once a week. And finally, Matt showed up. And our ex-guitar player met Brandon, our bass player, who's super rad dude. And if it wasn't for him, man, we wouldn't have no backbone. So he can't join us tonight, unfortunately. And then after that came Sean, and the rest is history.
And Matt, when you said, because Matt, as we already know, now it's 9:30 in the morning. You're out there in us.
He's glitching out.
Yeah,
it's that Australian internet.
Yeah,
we
just jammed out.
StreamYard can't handle the awesomeness.
Yeah, man, I'm in the middle of nowhere, man. But we just all love the same kind of music, and me myself personally, I'm not very much of a musician, but these guys taught me a lot, and they were pretty open-minded and kind of let me kind of have a little bit of creative reign there, and we came up with some pretty banger songs, and everybody put a pretty good effort into coming up. Like that Dead Batteries, that was Brandon, our bassist, who's a little bit under the weather right now, so we're all hoping he makes a good recovery. But he came up with that bass line. Actually, I was in Australia visiting for a trip there last May, and these guys sent me that track, the instrumental there, and I worked on some lyrics on the flight back home. And then when I got back home, I asked Brandon what his idea for the song was, and we both kind of had that same idea for what where we wanted to go with it. And like Sean's guitar on it is insane. Brendan's drumming just brings the track, makes it solid. Like, super proud of it.
And Matt, as we all know, like, you're out there in Australia, it's 9:30 in the morning. But with that being said, do you actually live out in Australia, or is this just an escape from the Canadian winter, as you can call it?
Yeah, it's hot. It's summertime here. Yeah, I'm just here for trying to, I got visiting some friends and taking a break from life for a bit and taking a little bit of a hiatus. But we're still going to work on some music, and we're getting got our tracks going in, getting mastered, and as soon as they're ready for release, we're going to release them. And man, hoping to, keep it going.
Yeah. We actually sent the next song out for mixing and mastering this morning, so you can kind of look forward to that mid-January kind of thing. And it's about skateboarding and snowboarding. It's a super high-paced, fast song.
Yeah, it's got a pretty ripping drum beat to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Breakin' Rad.
Yeah.
And on your guys' website as well, you guys actually have a demo version of your song "Want to Be." I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about this demo. And of course, are there any plans in the future to re-record it and re-release it in the near future?
Yeah, for sure. It's on the bucket list. It'll probably be song 5 or 6 to come out in 2026. We kind of made that on the fly just for our EPK package to go out there and get sent to people so they can hear kind of what our sound is like.
And I got to say, it's definitely a rad song, man. I mean, for a demo, if you listen to that and you literally don't even read the caption where it says demo, I personally feel like you wouldn't even realize that it is a demo. It's an absolutely ripping track.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
sweet.
thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, man.
But also, April 4th of 2025, you guys shared the stage with an amazing band called the Turnarounds. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about this show in Fernie, British Columbia. And of course, what was it like just ripping the stage along those guys, man? Because they are definitely another phenomenal punk rock band from all the way out there in BC.
Yeah, those dudes are from Calgary, Alberta, and actually my daughter was in university at the University of Calgary, and she was friends with one of the guys in the band, and we were booked a show at the Legion in Fernie, and we were looking for some bands to join us. So I sent them a message, and those kids, man, they were actually, the drummer was super sick, like under the weather. They drove all the way from Calgary. It's like a 3-hour drive. Ripped a tremendous set, and yeah, they were super good. Like really talented. The lead guitar guy is pretty sick.
And it would be really cool if you guys actually came together at some point and actually did a split record release, man. Because I miss when punk rock bands used to do stuff like that, man. Two killer bands come together to actually release like a split vinyl or a split EP, man. I remember those used to be out all the time back in the day, bro.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a good idea. There's a lot of sweet bands, especially, man, even in BC, like the punk scene's alive and well, you know, and Kootenays, East Kootenays, West Kootenays, like there's a lot of great bands, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. It'd be actually kind of cool to do like a East and West Kootenays punk compilation with all the bands in there. You know, bands like Bailed, there's TBD, Sick. There's so many good bands, and you know, Vancouver, obviously a huge hub. I'd like to try and get out there someday with these guys and, you know, see what we can do.
And I know you guys, I know this is a cliche kind of question, man, but you guys have such a unique but also very easy band name. I have to ask, what is the story behind the band name? Like, how did you guys come up with the name Called Out?
I was actually texting a few different names around. I think I was maybe had a few beers that night, and I was just texting Called Out Bluff, Called Out whatever, and then all of a sudden Called Out, nothing more, and everybody liked it. And it stuck. And the logo's sick as well.
Yeah, man, I've been.
I got to agree, the logo is pretty
Called
badass.
Out stickers everywhere.
They're all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys can get down to Ottawa, Ontario someday, man. There's a really great punk rock bar down here, and the mirror's just absolutely filled with stickers. But I will say there is space for one more, and that's for a Called Out sticker, man. So you got to slap your stamp there.
Yeah, sweet, man. We'll get your address and we'll send you some for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will admit, if you send me too many, though, I'm going to plaster them all over that bar. The owner's probably going to get pissed at me and tell me to get the hell out. I'll put one on the shitter, bro. So when they lift up the seat, the first thing they see when they're about to take a piss is Called Out.
Fuck yeah.
Wouldn't be the first bathroom sticker we had.
No,
Just hopefully no one pisses on it, man. Hopefully no one pisses on it, because that would be a bad omen.
Yeah, it's sacrilege, but then but there's some on some garbage cans too. But it's all good, man. No publicity is good publicity.
It's all for the punk rock cause.
But I know we briefly spoke about Dead Batteries, but I want to dig a little bit more into this song because it is your most recent release, and that was dropped on November 28th, 2025. I was just wondering, man, like, what is this more of a story and inspiration behind this phenomenal song, man? Because it's very well put together. It's very well produced. I know you had a bunch of people you were working on this track with. You know, what if you can just break down this kick-ass song for us?
Yeah, basically, Brandon came up with this ridiculously sick bass line, and Sean and Brendan, filled in the rest with drums and guitar, and then they sent it to me, and I kind of had an idea of people in your life that I truly believe you're meant to meet the people that you meet in your life, and whether they're good for you or bad for you is you got to figure that out, and sometimes it takes you a little bit too long to figure out if they're not that right for you in your life, but kind of associated them with being a battery that you're constantly draining yourself to charge them up to help them get to some kind of level that you're stoked with them, and they're stoked with themselves, but eventually they drain you too much, man, and then you become a dead battery, in a sense. So
yeah, and then someone else has to take the place and charge you up, right?
Yeah, full on.
Everybody knows a dead battery in their life, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure people even know more than one as well. I know a few dead batteries, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that's
we
the
all
thing,
do.
though. We can all charge each other up. You know what I mean? Life comes. Sometimes it drains you, and sometimes you need a little bit extra help getting recharged. But in the end, no one's immune from being a dead battery. But some batteries are easier to help charge than others, and sometimes you just gotta chuck away those dead batteries.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
I hell yeah to that as well, dude. But with 2025 nearing a close, I do know obviously you guys mentioned that in January there is a brand new song coming out that's inspired by snowboarding. My apologies, and also I do know you hinted at more music kind of being out after that as well. But with that being said, can you tell us a bit more about this unreleased music? Like, what can your fans expect from the music when it does drop next year in 2026?
I think
Well, man, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, B.
I think they can expect, what our live performances thus far have shown, and that's a raw punch to your mouth in a nice way. It's a high melodic punk rock feel. We're bringing the mid 90s punk rock back. That's our goal. And man, I think I'm excited. I know you guys are. I know Brandon is.
Man. Full on, and we've always kind of our influences are No Effect, Lagwagon, that Fat Record kind of collection, and then but also bands like Seaweed, and but also Belvedere and stuff. I don't know, there's four of us now, five of us before, and we have so many bands that we love and appreciate, and we hold in high regard. So we just try to emulate that, and we kind of, our songs, I like the fact that they're not all the same, they're a little bit different. I'm super stoked for a song called SOS to come out. Dave Cannon, one of our original bassists, he came up with the bass line for that one, and it turned into a super sick song, and that one at our live shows always gets everybody going. I'm working on a YouTube video of we had a live show at the Northern Inferni that was super sick. We opened up for a band called The Runs. They're super rad. And we Raid from Ray's Music in Kimberly, he was our sound guy, and he actually recorded the show, and it's pretty dope, man. It's a live track, so it's going to be an hour long, our live video with video from the show, and then video from us jamming, and pictures from the last couple of years of us from the beginning to now, the evolution of our band. I think I'm super stoked on it. I hope these guys are pretty stoked on it, and hope to have that out in the next month or so too on our YouTube channel.
Hell yeah, buddy.
And with that being said, because I do know obviously you just mentioned multiple tracks that are coming out, are you guys going to be doing the singles route where you just release singles nonstop, or are you going to be also releasing a full-length studio album?
The way we're doing it, it's going to time out that it's going to be singles only. And just because everybody's lives are so busy right now. And honestly, I think, in my opinion, this is the way of the future. You could build up all the hype behind your next single coming out. People get excited for it. And then next thing you know, boom, it's out. You get tons of listens and tons of recognition. And I think that's the best way to do it for an unknown small band in Fernie.
I gotta say, I definitely agree with you guys, man. Me personally, I'm an album guy, but I do notice how the music industry is kind of played out nowadays. Everyone's doing singles, so I mean, at the end of the day, if that's what the fans want, you got to give them what they want, right? I'm just an old school guy, man. I love full length records.
I'll listen
Yeah,
to his albums, man.
Yeah, you know what? It'd be cool to have like a full album, and maybe eventually, once there's enough singles out, we could put it together on an album. But we also got some live tracks that we could probably make an EP, or even we do some pretty cool covers of some pretty good bands that were like SNFU and Face to Face and No Effects. It'd be cool to do like a little cover EP and send it out. But for now, right now, the timing and the way that our lives are working, we're just going to go down and record as much as we can, and when we got enough for one song, send it out and get mastered, and then bring it out to the audiences, and hopefully people get stoked on it.
And Matt, when you said a few moments ago about how you're currently editing a full-length, hour-long concert that you guys did in Fernie, do you think this actually might spark a called-out a live record as well, to be released on like Apple Music and Spotify?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good enough to be out there, but obviously it's not perfect because lyrics. I know I definitely messed up a bunch of times, but it still sounds super good. I think, and it I like when we play live but our tracks that we record are similar. We play them fast and we play them loud, and I always kind of thought it would be cool to have a band. You listen to a band that sounds exactly the same live as they do on their album. You know what I mean? And I think we're pretty close to doing that.
And with that being said, aside from the new music that's slated to be released throughout all of 2026, what is next for Called Out? Is there anything we missed during this evening's interview? Any shows? Anything you guys want to promote? Well, we still got you here live on 99.9 FM tonight.
Yeah, man, we're looking for total world domination. I think, man. We, obviously we'd love to tour Canada, but I always wanted to tour Japan. Would be sick, or Europe. But I think we're just gonna keep writing and working together to create some badass music. And then once we got enough to back us up, we're gonna try and take the world by storm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the Japan thing definitely will happen, man. Everyone knows Japan absolutely loves their punk rock. So I really think once they get a whiff of Called Out, they're going to want some dead batteries over there, man.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real. Totally.
But before we actually part ways here tonight, guys, obviously I know how to follow Called Out across social media, but for the people down here in Eastern Ontario that might just be discovering you guys for the first time tonight, how do we go about following Called Out all across the board so we can stay updated not only on what you guys currently have going on, but all that kick-ass music that's slated to be released next year?
Yeah, we got a YouTube channel, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. Brendan, you're in charge of the Instagram and the Facebook. If you want to let them know where to...
On Instagram, it's called_out_band, and then on YouTube, it is Called Out Punk Band. I think if you just type that in,
yeah, that's what it is.
It should come up. And I'm not sure how the Facebook works. Actually, my wife does it all for her, so I'm not sure.
Called Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I gotta say,
if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's MattSo66.
Yeah.
I gotta say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of the holiday season to come on Punk World Radio and chat everything you guys got going on. I hope you guys have a phenomenal Christmas, and of course, Matt, I hope you have a great time out there in Australia and make it back to Canada safely, man. But for now, guys,
Thanks.
Happy holidays. Thank you so much for your time. And when the new music comes out, I'll be sure to reach out and get you guys back on the station. And of course, if you keep making it and you keep sending it, we here at Punk World Radio, we're going to keep spinning it, man. So keep sending the tracks my way, and I'll keep throwing them right out there into Radio World.
Well, thank
you so much, DJ Immortal. That's so mint. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, everybody watching.
Yeah, thanks, everybody, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you're most certainly welcome, guys. Have yourselves a phenomenal night, and in your case, Matt, morning. But for now, guys, we'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
Okay. Peace
Take
out.
care.